In a quaint village nestled among the hills, lives Raju, a simple and kind-hearted young man known for his cooking skills. He runs a small but popular dhaba, roadside eatery, called Raju Ki Khichdi, where villagers gather to enjoy his delicious but often experimental dishes. Raju's life is peaceful, with his daily routine revolving around his dhaba, his cows, and the occasional gossip with his best friend, Bola, a cheerful and mischievous fellow who works as a barber in the village. One day, a new face arrives in the village, Gauri, the daughter of the village headman, who has returned from the city after completing her studies. Gauri is modern and confident, but she has a deep love for her village roots. She's not just beautiful but also quick-witted, and soon catches the eye of every eligible bachelor in the village, including Raju. Their first encounter is anything but ordinary. Gauri, curious about the local food, visits Raju's dhaba. But Raju, nervous upon seeing her, accidentally serves her khichdi, a simple rice and lentil dish, with extra chili instead of ghee, clarified butter. As Gauri takes a bite, her eyes water and she starts coughing uncontrollably. The villagers, sitting around, burst into laughter, while Raju fumbles with apologies. Gauri, though surprised, finds the situation amusing and leaves with a smile, leaving Raju completely smitten and determined to win her heart. The development. Gauri's return brings a fresh wave of excitement to the village. She quickly becomes involved in village activities, organizing cultural events, teaching kids, and even helping out in the fields. Raju, eager to impress her, tries to find ways to interact with her more. He starts attending the events she organizes, offering free snacks from his dhaba, which quickly becomes the highlight of every gathering. Meanwhile, Bola, ever the mischief maker, suggests that Raju should cook a special dish for Gauri to show his feelings. However, each of Raju's attempts ends in comic disaster. Once, he tries to make a fancy city-style dish, but it turns out to be an odd mix that neither looks nor tastes good. Gauri, however, is touched by his efforts, even if the outcomes are far from perfect. She begins to notice the genuine affection behind his clumsy attempts and finds herself looking forward to his next culinary experiment. As their interactions grow, Raju learns more about Gauri's life in the city and her love for the simple pleasures of village life. He starts to realize that what Gauri appreciates most is not sophistication but sincerity. Inspired, he decides to prepare a dish that represents the essence of the village, a hearty, wholesome khichdi, made with love and the freshest ingredients from the fields. This time, he makes sure it's perfectly balanced, with just the right amount of spice and ghee. The climax. The village is abuzz with preparations for the annual fair, where Gauri is set to perform a traditional dance. Raju sees this as his final chance to impress her. On the day of the fair, he sets up a special stall with his khichdi, calling it Pyar Ki Khichdi. The villagers, amused by the name, flock to his stall, curious to taste this new creation. As Gauri's performance ends, Raju nervously approaches her with a bowl of his khichdi, offering it as a token of his feelings. Gauri, touched by the gesture, takes a bite, and a smile spreads across her face. The khichdi is perfect, just like the village itself, simple, warm, and full of love. Raju, emboldened by her reaction, confesses his feelings in front of everyone, in his own awkward but heartfelt way. The villagers, who have been watching the two with interest, cheer loudly, urging Gauri to respond. With a playful smile, Gauri responds, Raju, tumhari khichdi to zabardast hai, lekin tumhara dil asi bhi zyada laziz hai. Your khichdi is amazing, but your heart is even more delicious. The story ends with the whole village celebrating, as Gauri and Raju walk together, hand in hand, towards the sunset. The fair turns into a spontaneous wedding celebration, with everyone enjoying Raju's khichdi and dancing to the beat of the dal, drum.